I do love a good coffee. So, Saturday, we built a big old power plant off in that direction. So, I've run the tracks a little south. Okay, that's the big old hydroelectric plant. We built that a long time ago. We're now in grassy fields. I've got a line going that way. And, oh, what's this? Big old train station and an empty platform. Like I'm planning to build something here. Oh, wait, I am. So, happy Tuesday. Or whatever, like, the current time-space interval happens to be, where you are. I don't know. I'm not there. We're in a little area of the grassy fields that I like to call Iron Valley. It's not the actual name. Time and reality are definitely fake. I call it Iron Valley because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 iron nodes in one little area. It's also like one of the lowest points on the map. But it has one really nice thing going for it. It has 2 pure Caterium nodes. One right there. And one right there. So, what am I going to do with 2 pure Caterium nodes? How about a giant electronics factory? It just so happens that the first 3 things on our stuff we're short on list over here: quick wire, circuit boards, high-speed connectors. The root material there is quick wire. So let's build a fucking huge quick wire factory. I have one challenge. This is giant pit. It's not going to be the last time we deal with a giant pit. But we will take a drink every time I fall off into the void. I do have a plan. Let's see. Do I have the plan up? Yes. Yes, I can show you the plan. Because I made a scene for it. Here we go. The plan. So, planning to start off with a good... Personally, I prefer large mountains and then giant pits, but both are good. Well, yes, but you're also gay, so... Well, so am I. General plan? Bring in a bunch of Caterium and smelt it. Bring in a bunch of copper and use fused quick wire to put the 2 together for large amounts of quick wire. Also going to use a fair amount of water to try and purify the copper so that I don't need too much, because, oh man, is it asking for a lot of copper. This will be an ongoing theme. A lot of things from here on out ask for a lot of copper. Copper is sort of one of those stealth ingredients. You start off early in the game, it doesn't use a lot of it. But then towards end game, oh man, suddenly everything wants copper. Well, here we are. It's also going to be some quartz. Quartz is not really found here, but, well, we have trains. I like trains. Gonna make 5 products: quick wires, computer, AI limiters, circuit boards, high-speed connectors. Do I need computers and high-speed limiters? Not really, but it's like, I'm building a factory. Why not? Both are good for gathering resources from the land and taking care of pleasing Mother Earth. Something that I think we need to do more of in the real world, although not really in Satisfactory. It's not really a Satisfactory thing. Do not believe the amount of time I've spent trying to get that layout to work. Hello, Rainbow Snow. How's it going? Happy Tuesday. Do, 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 do. You really need to care for the whole woman, and I mean planet. Yes. Yes, indeed. Ooh. Ooh. Thank you. Head. Yes, head pat. Like that. All right. So checking my little recipe there that I showed you just a second ago. Let's look at that real quick. What did I say? 20, 21 smelters, 20 and change. This is one of those cases where it's like a little extra is not going to hurt anything. No, me want to sit on head. Oh! You want to sit on my head because you're cute? Is that it? You heard me. You have to admit that you're cute before you can sit on head. This was something we established on Saturday. Do not think I have forgotten. Chat's cute. It's the rules. This is true. This is very true. Cat is correct. Okay, it's our first layer. I have not forgotten. Let me see. Checking back to the schematic. Pure copper ingot. There's 67 of those. $67. Those are groups of 3. So let's do 23 of those. Picks you up and puts you on my head. See? It's just that simple, isn't it? Yes, now head. Like, rule 5, it's actually the rules. Yes, indeed. need to leave a little room. See, you can sit on my head and supervise. I need to make sure to leave a little room for the outputs. Ah, that wasn't what I wanted. 22. Come on. Here we go. Check our alignment. Looks good. Yes, the lack and need to be optimal about all of our copper is very much going to be a thing going forward for the next little while as we get into endgame territory. Because there's another project coming up real soon that's going to chew a whole bunch more copper, looking in the upper right hand corner at nuclear pasta. Yes, it's going to be a lot of copper. A lot of copper. 5 different ore nodes worth. I don't know. What would you say, Cat? Is Rainbow Snow brat or no brat? As it would take one to know one. Oh boy. 22. This is gonna be a lot. This is gonna be a really long. Oof. 70 refineries. We're going to be processing so much copper. Well, actually, I didn't know that. Are there headmates that are not brats, then? See, 12 more. Sheesh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whew. Yeah, that would make sense. To fit at least 6 more of these in. This is always the challenging part, is figuring out how big the factory needs to be. I mean, aren't you already technically a headmate if you're sitting on the head? Yeah, I know what headmates are. I'm just joking. I just want to know if the Harley fictive and the Dr. Quinn fictive can be in a relationship. Can fictives get into a relationship with each other? I don't know. I've heard the term headmate, to be honest. Count, would you like to explain what those terms mean, considering that is a bit more your ballpark than mine? If you are not comfortable with that, that is also fine. Seven more. I'm thinking this factory is going to have several floors. Thinking like 3 floors. Ground floor for basic raw materials refinement. And mid-tier refinement on the second floor, and final production on the top floor. Like, this floor, I'm thinking like smelters and refineries. Second floor, assemblers. Third floor, manufacturers. You might need to explain the essentials of systems to our Norwegian friend here. They may not be familiar with the terminology. Okay. We are now way over the abyss now. I think that's about as far as I feel comfortable going that way. Might go a little further this way. There's a reason we have that rule. Mostly because we're almost as much guilty as everybody else. It's a big old drop in frame rate when I do that. Just need to fit 2 more. That still fits. Okay. Not that that's a bad reason to sit on a furry's head. Now, let me see. The second stage was 43 refineries, groups of 3, so that's going to be 15. Essentially, this group of refineries combines water and copper ore to highly and efficiently smelt down copper into ingots. Then we're going to turn around and add additional water to steam them and turn them into copper sheets very, very efficiently by adding water. All right. Now the challenge here is to leave enough room between the two rows of refineries, but also leave some headroom on this end for other things. Because we're still going to need to put an output array on that one. And this one. More specifically, it's the DSM term, not specifically medical. I apologize for not reading out all the posts on this. I just sort of feel like this is the sort of topic that is better for someone that is actually a part of the affected group should be talking about, not me, because it's not something that personally affects me. So it's like, this is me not talking over somebody that is a member of that group. Or at least that's the intention. You snap the blueprints you've set if you look at it and hold control. All right. Try that. Hold control. I may not be understanding what you're See, that's me holding control, and it is turning it a full 90 degrees, which is not helpful. You can turn it when it snaps. Gotcha. I do that with railroad blueprints a lot. Particularly when I'm making a big, long run of just like the same blueprint. You know, like one of those. When I'm building a long run like that. Okay. So that gives me some idea of about how big the factory is going to be. At least horizontally. Just gonna need to still go vertical. Go on the floor and then look back at the blueprint you already built and turn it when it snaps. It's basically the same thing. Yeah. Ooh. You got a big old radiation rock down there. Let's see, how big are you? You know what would be really bad if I started in grassy fields and it's like, oh hey, there's a giant radioactive rock right in the middle of my starting base. I love that. It's a good thing I didn't start here. Jeez. Ah, there it is. I see it. All the more reason I'm going to need to build a nuclear power plant at some point to deal with, if nothing else, radioactive rocks. Oh yes, yes, I'm sure if I went and befriended some additional puppies, they would immediately bring me the gift of radiation. Like, this whole playthrough started with a puppy bringing me radiation, and it's like I'm at tier 1. All you can do at that point is, like, set up exclusion zones. It's like, well, I can't go there. If I do, I will die of radiation poisoning. Ooh, what emote is that? Oh, that's a Helheim emote. Huh, cool. I mean, they are puppies. I just don't know where the puppies keep the nuclear reactors so that they can start bringing all of this nuclear waste. The one thing I haven't figured out. going to be a very, very rectangular factory, I think. Very long on one axis. Alright. Gives me a general idea. Poppy do things. Mm-hmm. But do you have secret radioactive waste factories? That's the question. Because I'm still not sure where they get it from. Hi, Azure. I am here with my meds taken, my bills being budgeted, and sandwich being heated. I'm half angel, half demon, so okay. You're dealing with way more than we've got. Don't mind me, I'm just framing the factory out right now. Figuring out how much room I've got. So that's going to get right in the way of things right there, so let's not do that. The nice thing is the upper floor won't have to deal with the... suspension. Alright, let's start at the beginning and start bringing materials in. Logically start at the back, work our way forward. The thing that's going to take the longest is the water, I'm thinking. I mean, doesn't matter whether it's angel or demon, you shouldn't trust either one. They have their own agendas. Got those kind of wrong. Let's see. Do that correct. Why are those going the wrong way? Properly outfit my classes. What classes? Yeah, let's try that again. Oh, FF14. Okay, gotcha. I was very confused there for a minute. Apparently I had some idea how to get power out here, but didn't finish it. Interesting. I'm gonna... my 2 gathering retainers. I mean, I just do a set of crafted for them. The level 100 crafted. Spelling correctly is for the streets. I'll have you know, when I was a kid, I did spelling bees. Bees can spell? Damn, I thought just me could. Azure over here with the puns. Have I seen them? I play one. You've met my Pathfinder Redeemer. All right. The top circuit is world power. This one is factory specific power. Keep the circuits separate. In fact, while I'm thinking about it, just for the sake of my sanity, let's slap a couple of these down, just so I have them. This is going to be a big project. We may be able to trim the factory a little on that side. I'm just a simple, innocent kitten looking for a succubus to corrupt me. I don't know. Talk to Vesik and Veshka. Okay, the question is, now do I have power? Yay! Power. What the hell did I just walk into? Well, you definitely did just walk into something, Silver. Welcome, welcome. Nice to see you. The usual cat thirst. Fair enough. Does sound about right. Oh, I have the artist badge. Fun. Well, you did do a bunch of art on this damn stream. Points at the overlay. Yes, yes you did. So take an artist badge. I hope you're doing all right, Silver. We do care about you. I know you've been going through it. Everybody's been going through it. You cat just being horny for demons. I mean, is this really any different than normal? The correct answer, by the way, is no. Train stations are arranged in 2 roads. Imports and exports. Essentially, exports things that it produces that are leaving. Imports are things that are going to get used in the factory. And one of them, oh hey, look at that, copper ore. We're gonna need a lot of that. A lot of it. A lot of it. A lot of it. But we're gonna need to get the water first, I think. Let's go get the water. You'll never take me unrefined, Kappa. Thank you, Asher. Wow, we've got the whole crew here. The whole crew is here. Silver's here, Azure's here, Cat's here. Oh, of course. Absolutely. Considering I'm one of those NBs. So, we're gonna need a lot of water. A lot of water. 1,800 meters cubed per minute. So, Good thing there's a big lake here.
Why you're by the water.
Exactly. It's almost like I thought this through. We are clipping with that. Let's not clip with that. I'd rather not. There we go. It's right about there-ish. I didn't see rainbow snow. I'm actually holding control right there. You can actually tell by the green line. Oh, it lost it. Let's try it again. There we go. Now I'm gonna need some power. Oh wait, I have a whole hydroelectric power plant here. That's just aligning buildings. I was thinking something a little different. Understandable. Understandable. Hopefully after I get this stuff taken care of, we can talk about how we want to go about doing our regularly scheduled programming together. Well, get yourself to a point where you're actually able to have that conversation, and we can have it. You know us, we're available whenever you're ready. Break up the big boy. The 10-socket electrical nub. Because, oh boy, are we gonna need it. That sound is so pleasing to my autism. Love you too, Silver. Love for Silver. Yes. Let's do lots of the channel hearts for Silver in the chat. There we go. So the problem is holding control here actually puts it out of position. So let's just start with the top and work our way down. We're gonna need 3 pipes worth. Nope, other way around. There we go. I need the little flat bit down at the bottom. Oh, I love all those hearts. And a group of 5 of these beasties is all one big Mark II pipe can handle. Holding control. Yeah. Essentially, each one of these pumps 120 water a minute. The pipe can hold a total of 600. So, $600 divided by 120 is 5 collectors. In order to do 1800, we're gonna need 3 groups, just like this one. do like how it gives me a guideline. I think I may move that. Let's move that guy over to here-ish for my benefit. It's our second set, so we'll put this one in the second pipe. And then third and final set. You can hold control when placing the pipe cross sections too. All right, let's try that. See if that works for me. Drop the final water extractor. Whoop. Bump to my mouse. Try that again. Holding control. It shows me where the guideline is, but it doesn't put it in the right place. I still have to do that manually. There's so many emotes there, I don't even know. What have we got going on here? Whiskey Ding. The Stream Team. Max Loves. Malachi. Bebop the Terrible. By the way, is Malkavarian out there? Oh, that didn't work. Hang on. Yeah, you might need to do an actual... Hang on. There you go. Did Bang SO not work? Yes, if you're not following Silvercap, well, you should. That sound is so appealing to my autism. Well, in a few minutes, also do a shout out for our tabletop stream. Speaking of which...
Well,
Yeah, I think it's, yeah, the slash shout out is the one that Sam taught me to use. Yeah, but which bots? That's the question. Literally any bot. Okay. Ooh, that was just a meter and a half away from falling to my death. Then we would have all taken a shot. The nice thing about this water run is I don't need to put a water tower or anything on it because it's coming down a hill. We already have full lift height because the water is being gathered at a point higher than the factory. Another reason why the refineries are on the first floor. Gotta go close my eyes, take more pain meds, have a good rest of the stream. Oh, you take care of yourself now, you hear? Self-care. Everybody throw the self-care emote at Silvercap Boy. Because that is an emote we have. In fact, I can do that. Is there a Discord server? That is something we've been thinking about organizing and working on organizing. It's not done yet, though. We were kind of hoping to save that for when the tabletop channel hits affiliate, but I think it just did hit affiliate, so I'm not quite sure where we're at on that. Hey, Cat, where are we at on that? If you're still out there. Okay, those two. No, it's a good question, Rainbow Snow. It's a good question. While I'm at it, let's label these. Because this one... make it a bright color. So that's what those two are. This one should be copper ore. And this one, ah, yes, that's rubber. Rhubarb. Can't really send a picture then. On the affiliate stuff, need to figure out how the account we want to attach. I'd be down to open the community right now, but that's a group decision. Yes, we do need to make that decision as a group. I don't want to go ahead and like do anything unilateral if Silver's not here to yay or nay. So this is the one we want. But I want to go past. Because there are two. Hypertubes, but only one in this area to get. Ah! Yeah, Rainbow Snow. It's a valid question. It's just sort of we're essentially what we're building is sort of a group community Discord because we're sort of like a stream team except like unofficial, and we sort of make these sort of decisions together as a group. So right about here-ish. So let's make a punch-through point right in here. Wait for the autosave. Da-da-da-da-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. And let's have this one go right through. Put a couple of punch through holes. And let's make this neat and tidy. Have an actual through glass fixture. That's not gonna look good, at least not to me. Right about here-ish. try and make this look good. At least looking good to me, I suppose. Oh, Lord, that looks terrible. What? Speaking of the TISM, I posted my glorious verbal blunder as a social media post. I did not hear about this. I presume you put it somewhere where I could see it, because remember, I don't do the Twitters. Let's see, where did I bring through? It was right about here-ish, wasn't it? Yeah, there's the water. So I figure... it's on Blue Sky. Okay. I'll take a look a little later when I'm not streaming. I want to check the numbers here real quick. Let's look at the math here. I'm actually collecting a bit more than the recipe actually calls for, but the thing is that I've got it split between 3 pipes, because of course each pipe is only 600 apiece. It looks like the pure copper ingot only wants just slightly over 600, which is slightly over 1 pipe. But the steamed copper sheets wants 964. What if we used 2 pipes on the steamed copper sheet? So that's a total of 1,200 input coming in on each end, and then have an excess runoff pipe from the steamed copper sheet's water input that backfills onto the pure copper ingot pipe. I think that's probably the best way to do it. So, we just need to take one of these pipes, probably the one on the bottom, not a fan of it putting that weird angle on it. I much prefer it like that. Ooh. Ooh. Why am I in a jar? Hi, Lavas. I fell out of bed earlier when you made that group. Flops into chat, captures Tiggy, and then flops around aimlessly. Why? You put me in a jar and now you're shaking me around? What did I do to this? Okay, let's take and sort of force it out just a bit. Now, if I did this correctly, I shouldn't need to put a pump on it, because it should have enough head lift already. Nada. You woke me up from a booze-induced 4-hour nap. Why was it booze-induced? I have questions. See, that does not look... Ooh.
Oh, yeah. It's all coming together.
It is definitely all coming together, just sort of roughly. The tiny tip the valve resets. So I actually know somebody who did some investigation. They said it actually doesn't. We could actually reproduce that if we wanted to. However, in this case, what I'm noticing... See, ooh, there we go. I just took the valve out completely. See, now it's working just fine. So it wasn't the valve stopping it. It was actually the floor lift. So what happened there? I'll show you. It's a good question. Let's talk about that for a second. Was the pipeline floor hole was the main problem? So I repipe everything. See, this time it's working. Now, put a valve on it. Did I take out valve or did I take out Gaben? That's the question. Now, if the valve stopped head lift, this would not work. What? What the? No! Stop! Oh my word. Would probably help if I put the recipe in. That would definitely help. Also, none of these are powered. Ah, there it goes. Water's starting to flow. Now keep in mind... Ooh! 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 That feels nice. Thank you, Pyrostyle. So yeah, the valve is there. There's no pump. And it's coming up a good, what? $40 meters? No pump? If the valve stopped head lift, this would not work. That is a very popular myth within the Satisfactory community, but it is just that. It is a myth. Yes, a pump will stop head lift. Absolutely, because that's what pumps do. They do head lift. But valves, no. And I understand where they get this idea from. They get this idea from the pulse rings when you put in a pump stop at a valve. But it doesn't actually reset the head lift. It just looks like it. I almost sent a chat message, but then I remembered I shouldn't because of what it is. I'll DM it. Yeah, if you're gonna ask me about another VTuber that's not in like the TransXBT TRPG group, I would prefer you just DM me and not talk about it in chat. Alright. No flow yet. I do have, you know, a rule about promoting other VTubers in here. It's like, this space is fine if we're talking about our group, the TransXBT TRPG group, and promoting one another. That makes perfect sense. But just random, like, other... You hear it? It's flowing. Yeah, it's flowing. You can see the rings pulsing. So, we need to power these guys up, and we need to put in the recipe. Which in this case, we're going to do pure copper ingot. Because we are trying to make the most of the copper we have, because let's just say the base version of this recipe, or of this particular factory layout, I should say, has like 2,000 copper ore a minute. It's just completely unreasonable. Okay to send a picture in a whisper? I mean, that should be fine. I think AutoMod will complain if you try to send a picture in chat, because of course you're posting links, and AutoMod automatically does not like it when you post links in chat. AutoMod does hate a lot of things, but AutoMod is also sort of the first line of defense against, like, hate raids and stuff, so we deal with AutoMod because the alternative is worse. Yep, there we go. He's alive! Alive! Okay. I don't like that. What the heck? That's not what I intended. It's not what I intended at all. I want it to be a little bit more like that. Also, ooh. Hi, Star Tiger, and yes, thank you. Thank you, somebody got the reference. Thank you. Someone in here who appreciates when I quote gargoyles. Oh. But yeah, the show we watched as kids. Yes. Watched and enjoyed. There we go. All right, why is this yellow? Oh, because it's full. It's aligned. This is not an automotive repair shop. We have no copper coming in on this one. Why? That's why. Okay. Everybody should have ore now. Whoop! It's a good thing that wasn't over by the pit, otherwise I would have fallen to my doom. Now the one thing to keep in mind here, each one of those belts is about 480 units a minute. There are two of them coming in from the train. However, let's look at our math here for a second. This is the math. The amount of materials that are coming in and getting used. So the recipe calls for, in the current version, 1,000 copper a minute. Currently supplying 960, we're actually 42 a minute short. So, as a result, oh hey, there's like a little impure node there right down the hill. We just need to hook it up. And off these guys go. They're impure nodes running at oh boy. Yep, that was a crash, by the way. Give me a moment. Satisfactory just crashed. Dun 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 dun. In fact, actually, you know, it's 3:30. It's about time for the break. Let's do the break. Come right back after, shall we? The game's sort of deciding when break is. Be right back. yes, Pyrostyle. Oh yes. I am absolutely self-carrying the wrist. Because, you know, I sort of need that. It was designed, it was in the right-hand configuration. I had to reset it so that it worked on the left hand, you know? So the wonderful thing about this is a refinery going into a refinery. So the alignment between the inputs and the outputs is exactly the same. That was not what I wanted. I may hold off starting up the second group that's doing the sheets so we can start the second floor and actually get quick wire building. Because that's going to be necessary for basically every product that's built here. Did everyone survive the break? Did everybody make it back? What was that line from Atlantis? Who's not dead? Sound off. I probably could have put these two rows close together in hindsight. Hey, it keeps doing that. And again. Come on. Hindsight is always 20/20, yeah. This is very true. Is everybody off today? Is today like a major holiday and I don't know about it? I didn't think Labor Day was till next week. How was work, Azure? Same old, same old? What? No. Same old, same old. Cool, cool. I'd like to get at least one of the major parts for this factory building before the end of the day. It's sort of one of my goals here. Not here. Got off work a couple hours ago. Well, you are on the East Coast, so that makes sense. You're 3 hours in the future. Rainbow snow's even further in the future. This should look familiar, Star Tiger. This is where you built your first factory. Out here in grassy fields. In fact, I think most people start their first time in grassy fields. In the future, Rainbow Snow. As in, you're in a time zone that is several hours ahead. Nope. And that's the edge of the factory right there. Yes, you are 6 hours in the future. Yes, hi Sam. We did say self-care actually. Silver Catboy has been having some dental issues, and so we were encouraging the Silver Catboy to go and self-care himself. So I was encouraging the chat to throw some self-care emotes at the boy. Check my alignment. You don't see me use those little load balancer boxes very often. But this is definitely one of those times. But no. It's something like that. I want to say, at least from where I am, it's at least 8. But it depends on, you know, what you're comparing your current time zone to. If you're like comparing Norway versus the Eastern Seaboard, yeah, 6 sounds about right. But to something like where I am, you're looking at about 8 to 9. Current playthroughs in the Rocky Deserts. I'll probably go there again for my 1.0 playthrough. You mean Grassy Fields or Rocky Desert? I'm actually thinking, you know, I haven't actually settled on where I'm going to do my 1.0 start. I may do a chat vote. GMT is 9 hours ahead of Pacific time right now. Yeah, that sounds about right. The one thing I don't remember is if Norway is in GMT itself or ahead or behind GMT. Rainbow Snow, you might know the answer to that one. Okay. That at least has the full refinement of the copper ingots going on. Which I am going to need if we're going to proceed with doing acquire. Yeah, Turf Island. GMT +1. And we're at -8, so that's... Yeah, that's +9. You're at +9 to me right now. So a little bit of quick math. We are at 1600 hours here, plus 9 is 25, 25, 25, 24. It's 1 a.m. It should be about 1 a.m. in Norway right now. Assuming my math is correct, which it sometimes is not. Yeah, there's usually a plus or minus 1 hour because of fucking daylight savings. As a wise man once said, daylight savings is just another ploy by the man to keep us down. The person who said that was Polish. Totally not correct. I'd never be up that late. I don't know what you mean. You know exactly what I mean, cutie. You know exactly what I mean. What I should probably do at this point is put in foundation for the next floor and then put in a staircase. Always make your factory ADA accessible. You know, in case there are disabled persons in your factory that, you know, is on a planet where you're the only person on it. It sounds about right for us, actually. And I am going to run out of concrete. And I am now fully out of concrete. I should have suspected this would happen. But at least we've started to frame out the second floor. Although I'm probably not going to use all of the second floor. Interplanetary OSHA. Yes, exactly. There's a sign I put on my main factory. It's like, this is a union facility. So it's like, yes, interplanetary OSHA very much applies. Because if you're the only one on the planet, who's going to tell you that it's not a union? It's like you are unionizing with every person on that planet. Yourself.
Oh, yeah. It's all coming together.
Quick pause as we go back and get some concrete. And this time I did not put the hypertube underneath. That was a mistake. This is why I kept asking if Malkavarian was around, because this is the Malkavarian mining platform. Because it's where Melk started. But then you can't complain to anyone when the dues are too high. Well, that's true, assuming your union charges dues. If you're the only person in the union, you set the dues. And it's like, if you have a problem with the dues that are being collected by your particular workers union on your particular planet of employment, well, you would then complain to your union rep, which is yourself. It all makes perfect sense, man. Excellent. We now have 2 union members. Ten stacks should do, right? I'm just sort of imagining a whole bunch of like potted plants arranged in a room where they've been dressed up as the pioneer, and you're sitting there having an argument about union dues with the other ferns. Yay, we have 3 members in the union now. All right. And if you think about it, adding mods to your Satisfactory playthrough is just you and your particular union have outsourced certain modifications to your, buildings. You've added some additional buildings and some additional recipes. Then you get them through your union. It makes perfect sense. Your fun fact. One second. Did I get a DM from? I do not have a DM from you. Why don't I have a DM from you? DM test. No, in chat. Okay. Fun fact, Norway can go months without seeing the sun. This I was aware of. Trying to remember what the difference in elevation. Oh no, it could be a very fun fact. I'll decide, all that matters what you do with it. You didn't get the link for the picture I sent then. No, I was looking for that. All right, here we are then. Let's check our factory schematic, shall we? Okay, copper and caterium. 41 assemblers, 42. With the alternate fused quickfire recipe. All right. So 42 divided by how many? You'd think I'd remember this by now. 3. 14 sets. So I'm gonna go like that. I want to put it towards the back because this is going to be like an essential ingredient for this whole factory going forward. Because pretty much everything uses this going forward. But it also leads to every Norwegian having a lack of vitamin D, and a lot of people go for supplements. I resent it. I think I didn't go through because the settings you have... Maybe where you... Well, I did send you one. Resent it. Not resent, I think is what you mean. Yeah, resent. Checking my DMs. Yeah, I got that. Try resending your image. I generally do keep things kind of locked down, just in case. Again, for security reasons. Yeah, I don't. There's no link to an image or anything. Yeah. I don't think it's going to send that way. It's too easy to be exploited by people with, you know, ill intent, so it's probable that Twitch does not allow it. All right, help me keep track of my count here. Twelve more sets. $11. $10. 9. 8. Now let's see if we left me enough in the room. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. Yeah, we have to go into this bit. 2. 1. bin. Okay. And this is why I left a little gap over here on this end. So we need ADA compliant stairs. Let's see. We need this socket. Zoom tight. Oops, there we go. It's very bouncy right now. There we go. Okay, we're gonna use fused wire. This one here. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, I just need to, double check with Silver, make sure Silver's okay with it. And essentially, it's a community Discord for pretty much the four of us. Let's see. We should be able to go down here and grab this one. So, should we put the copper on the bottom or the top? Let's put it on the bottom. You can hear all of the refineries down there starting to kick off again. So they are all loading up copper ingots now. A sea of green lights. Alright, now we need to grab these. We're gonna have to set up a load balancer line. Or a belt. Considering it's up on the second floor, I'm not super keen to make a belt. Unless I have no other option. What? And put the deuterium up here. And that... Oh yeah. It's all coming together. Now we just have to collect our winnings. One key press did not register there. Quick wire, quick wire, quick wire. There we go. So we are now producing (14 times 3 times) $90. 3,780 quick wire a minute, assuming everything's running at 100%, which it just started. Even between 270 and 780 belts, it's not pushing it all through that just yet. But that's okay, because a lot of this is going to get used in other productions besides just going directly to the train. Some of it is going to get used to make things like computers and high-speed connectors. Yeah, hang tight until we've got the Discord set up. And then there will be a spot specifically to share all the memes to your heart's content. But then you'll also have to put up with Pyrostyle's memes, so... Pyrostyle is absolutely the pun master over here. Yeah, that falls right off the edge of the cliff, so let's not do that. Better. So now that we're making almost 4,000... there's Azure cackling. Now that we're making 4,000 quickwire a minute, we now have the main ingredient for a lot of things in this factory. We should probably revisit the copper, though, because, you know, we've got a bunch of water we brought down for making the steamed sheets. A lot of things also use those copper sheets, so that's what this line is for. Quick wire, check. Of course, we need to, like, get a train to move it back, but we're making it. Okay, steamed copper sheets. I may start looking for a good time to raid out, because my hurt wrist is starting to hurt a bit more. We may come back and finish this tomorrow. Ah! Well, at least it wasn't into the abyss. High radiation uranium node. I'm going to walk away from you. Just seeing how much we're pulling from copper. Essentially, there are two pure nodes out there. One is over at Malk's platform, and the other's back at in the Rocky Desert. You know, way back when we made that EIB mill, there was this one pure copper node that I belted directly to the train, and I said, "This is for later." This is now later. Yeah, they should all be yellow now. Looks good. Check my schematic. Need to belt up the water. Or, well, I should say pipe up. Made a whole bypass track on this side and nobody's using it. I wonder if I should just rip it out and replace it with something else. And now we wait. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. I do like the view of being able to just sort of fly over and see all the ingots moving. That is actually kind of cool. We're gonna need to put at least one row of foundations back. Maybe two. Oof. Put a pipe hole in. That wasn't even enough. All right. To be fair, I think we don't need this bit. Make glass over that section. Let's check our schematic again, shall we? Okay, so we're making the quick wire. I would say the next biggest priority right now would be the circuit boards. So we need the copper sheets to do the AI limiters. Circuit boards are the copper sheets and the silica. We can go ahead and start a line in here for the silica. That shouldn't take us too much time. You know, it's only like 40 constructors. Shouldn't take us very long. We do this stuff all the time. Yeah. Good point. Cancel makes an excellent point. We've made some good progress. We're about a good, like, halfway through this project. We'll finish this project tomorrow. Besides, Tancel has authority on this channel.
No.
Who is around? That's the question. I mean, Cody's playing Satisfactory right now. Unless anybody else has some suggestions. This one should be pretty easy. Ugh, that looks terrible. Let's do that again. That's better. The other one, let's take this segment out and go this way. The nice thing about sending those belts over the way we did is it left a gap on top. So I'm not going to clip with anything up there, as you can see. Let's see. Yep, there's the radiation. Ugh. And let's see. Try and make this a nice, neat little corner. And voila. No, no. Away from the radioactive rock. Yeah, I could work on aesthetics forever. And usually do, just mostly when, you know, the stream isn't actually live. Mostly because, I mean, if there are, like, Satisfactory streamers out there that do a much better job with aesthetics than I do. Ones that can actually do, like, proper curves. I don't really play the game for aesthetics. Well, I don't have a whole lot of. See, the problem with rating out Cody is Cody's already like fairly big. Let's do Lucky Bun. We haven't done Lucky Bun in a while. I mean, Lucky Bun still has at least 100 people currently in chat, but you know, I don't have any of my smaller people that are on right now. Let's do that. And we'll finish this electronics factory tomorrow. I need to do some self-care because I still have a wrist injury to take care of. Lucky Bun, of course, is A very safe, very queer, very good little bean. We like Lucky Bun here. Take good care of Lucky Bun. And I hope to see you all tomorrow. Take good care of yourselves. Make sure to do some self-care yourselves. Absolutely. Do a little heart emoji right back. Make sure to send Lucky Bun lots of hearts. Self-care for everybody. And have a great Tuesday. Oh, and Rainbow Snow, you should probably go get some sleep. It's way late over there.